If you are watching this video before Prelims 2026, then even God wants you to crack Prelims examination, because in this video I am going to give you my own strategy of reducing negative marks in the Prelims examination. Guys, my name is Santosh Pandey. I have the unique distinction of cracking the Prelims examination 6 out of 6 times. You can see some of my scorecards. You can see I have scored 138.66 in the Prelims examination and 144.66 in the Prelims examination. You can understand the kind of accuracy which I had in the Prelims examination. To score such high marks, you need to attempt very high number of questions, and you should also have very high accuracy rate. Guys, I had one of the highest accuracy rates in the Prelims examination because I developed strategy of how to avoid negative marks. Guys, in the Prelims examination, every question you avoid the mistake, you earn extra marks. Guys, most of the aspirant, they complain that, sir, I have studied throughout the year, I have worked very hard, but still I failed to crack the Prelims cutoff. It is the reason that they are unable to control their negative marks inside the exam hall. Today I am going to give you practical tips to reduce negative marks. Please open one piece of paper and note down all the points which I am going to explain to you. So let's start. First of all, what we have to do is that we have to understand the Prelims mind game. Guys, every MCQ based examination, remember, you don't have to attempt each and every question. Most aspirants think that they have to attempt all 100 questions. This is the main mistake they do. Guys, if you understand the Prelims cutoff has been around 90 marks to 95 marks maximum in the last 5 years. Okay, so maximum is 90 to 95 marks. This means if you have 50 net questions correct, then you automatically clear the Prelims examination. 50 net marks. This means what? 50 net questions. This means what? You need not attempt all 100 questions. You need not know all the questions. You know, guys, what happens inside the exam hall when you open the question paper and when you see the very first page, you come across 2 or 3 questions which are new to you. Your confidence level starts dipping. Okay, confidence level. Exam is all about confidence level. Guys, imagine someone scoring such high marks. I was able to do this because of my confidence level. I did not know all the questions. Many questions I did intelligent guessing. When can you do intelligent guessing? When can you apply common sense? When you are confident, when you are self-assured. If you are lacking confidence, if you are underconfident, you will never be able to attempt those questions where you lack knowledge. You will be never able to attempt questions using elimination technique. You will not be able to apply your common sense. Prelims examination is more about common sense, logic, and smart thinking. You can only think smart when you are cool, calm, and self-assured. Today I am going to give you the strategy to basically reduce your negative marks and to increase the accuracy. So understand this exam that you need not attempt all 100 questions. You need just 50 net questions to attempt to basically crack the Prelims examination. Okay, so let's start. So what we have to do is that we have to follow a 3-bucket strategy. We have to follow a 3-bucket strategy. What is this 3-bucket strategy? Guys, the 3-bucket strategy says that there are questions inside the exam hall, okay, in the question paper, which you know completely. Okay, you know them completely. These are green questions, green bucket questions. Okay, these are questions which you have studied and you have the complete information, and when you are marking the question, when you are marking the answer, you know that this is a correct option. Okay, so this is your green bucket. Okay, the second one is called blue bucket, where you apply elimination technique. When you apply common sense, intelligent guessing, whatever you call it. Okay, these are the second bucket, blue bucket, and the third bucket is the avoid bucket. Okay, you have to skip those questions. You have to skip those questions. Okay, here are the questions which will give you negative marks. You know, most of the aspirants who get lot of negative marks, they are unable to decide which are the questions which are in the green bucket, which are the questions which are there in blue bucket, and which are the questions which are there in the red bucket. If you fail to understand this, let me tell you, whatever attempts you are making, how many attempts you are making, you will struggle to crack the prelims examination, because every year you lose a lot of precious marks in negative marks. Okay, so today I'm going to tell you how to avoid these questions, how to avoid these red bucket questions, how to leave red bucket questions. Okay, so basically you can see here that UPSC prelims examination, skipping is also a part of your strategy. Okay, so most like mentors, they will teach you how to attempt. Most aspirant also, they are more worried about how to attempt. Okay, now you have learned this, how to eliminate options. Okay, how to apply common sense, how to apply intelligent guessing. You must have watched a lot of videos, but you may not know what is the right skipping strategy. Today I'm going to tell you what is the right skipping strategy. Means skipping questions is also a strategy. Skipping question is also a strategy in the UPSC prelims examination. You have to have, okay, smart restraint. What is smart restraint? Have you seen great batsmen like Sachin Tendulkar, okay, Rahul Dravid? Okay, they don't try to hit every ball out of the boundary. If you try to hit every ball out of the boundary, you will get out, because there are many Yorkers, there are many bouncers. So you have to be very good in skipping. Okay, you have to skip those bouncers, you have to skip those Yorkers. Similarly, in the UPSC prelims examination also, there are undoable questions. I call them undoable questions because they are random questions, they are factual questions, they are not there in standard books. Guys, suppose there is a history question which is not given in the NCRTs. How are you going to solve those questions? You know, every year aspirants, okay, get trapped into such questions. Okay, like they will start preparing. Okay, this question, this came from this book, that book. They waste a lot of time. Remember, guys, you need not attempt all 100 questions. This thing you should remember. You should remember you have to skip a lot of questions. Which questions to skip, I'm going to explain to you. Okay, so understand this. Okay, you should not have fear of leaving questions. Many aspirants, they fear leaving questions. Okay, they have kind of itch, I have to attempt it. Okay, they fear leaving question. Do not have that fear. Okay, this is very important. Let us now move. Okay, so many questions are such that you have to leave them if you do not know them. You have to leave them if you do not know them. I'm showing you some questions recently introduced by UPSC. See this question, guys, and see this question. Okay, suppose you don't know it. You don't know it. You can just skip this, because this is very factual question. This is very factual question. If you don't know it, just skip the question. If you try to attempt without knowing it, the 99% you will get negative marks. Similarly here, if you don't know it, skip the question, otherwise you will get negative marks, because it's a factual question. It is factual question. Okay, so you need to know which are the types of questions which are factual questions, and there is difficult to apply logic, and where there is difficult to apply logic, it is better to leave those questions, because again, remember, you don't have to solve 100 questions. Remember this again and again. Tell yourself, you don't have to solve 100 out of 100 questions. If you come across some difficult questions, if you come across such table wise question and you have not heard about it, you have not read about it, okay, this is something you are reading for the first time, so it is fruitless to guess here. It is fruitless to guess here, because here you can't guess. It is difficult. If it is very factual, if it is map based, it is next to impossible for you to guess. This is not possible. Okay, so such table wise question, if you see in the last 2-3 years, UPSC question setters are getting smart. They know that most of the aspirants, they have learned those elimination techniques. So what they are doing, they are putting these factual questions in order to create panic among aspirants. Most of the aspirants, what they will do, they will try to do something and they will try to attempt these questions and they will get negatives. If you have read this, if you have prepared this question was from India yearbook. If you have read India yearbook, if you knew this, then you can solve it. But if you are reading it for the first time, better to leave this question. This is also the same thing I am telling you. Okay, so keep this in mind. You need not attempt everything. You should learn how to skip questions. Which are the questions where you know inside that you are going to make it wrong, then why the hell are you attempting it? Okay, so these things you have to observe yourself. When do you observe yourself? When you take your mock test, analyze your mock test. Which are the questions you knew that this is going to be wrong, still you attempted it? That itch you have to reduce. If you have that itch, no, I have to attempt it. I don't know it, still I am going to attempt it. I don't have any logic, but still I am going to attempt it. There is no common sense, still I am going to attempt it. Why? Because I am helpless. I have to attempt it. This habit you have to reduce, you have to stop it. If you have this habit of attempting everything, no one can stop you. You will fail to crack the prelims cutoff. Again, I am telling you, you will fail to crack the prelims cutoff. Why? See, understand this. Okay, understand this bucket. Okay, understand this bucket. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, why I am saying this? If you do not have the habit of leaving questions, you are going to fail in the prelims examination. Because see, if the cutoff is around 95 marks, okay, let us understand why I am saying this. If the cutoff is around 95 marks, I can tell you guys, there are around 13,000 to 14,000 aspirants who have scored more than 95 marks. Okay, who have more than 95 marks. But I can guarantee you there are around 15,000 students in 90 to 95 marks. Many people don't know this. I'm telling you. Above 95, suppose cutoff, this is cutoff. This is cutoff. Above 95 marks, okay, the cutoff is 13,000 students have got qualified for the mains examination. But remember, just below this 95 marks, maximum number of students are there. Good students. Every year, you know, guys, the number of serious students are increasing. Every year, number of serious students, number of students who are going for coaching, test series, they are increasing in number. Okay, so if you assume that around 1 lakh serious aspirants are there in the country who are going for coaching, who are going for test series, who are preparing seriously for the prelims examination. Out of this 1 lakh, guys, I can tell you minimum 30,000 will be those kinds of students who are around the cutoff. 15,000 above the cutoff and 15,000 just near about the cutoff. Okay, why are these aspirants not here? You know, one of the main reason is negative marks. Because if you do extra negatives here, you can easily lose 4 to 5 marks and you will end up here. Guys, if you are really serious, if you are really hardworking, if you are really, okay, that aspirant who has enrolled himself in a test series and doing a proper study, you know, many aspirants, they are properly studying throughout the year. They are enrolling themselves the test series from the very beginning. So if you are very sincere, negative marks are going to play a very important role in your selection. Okay, so if you want to be in this bracket, you have to reduce this, because these are those aspirants who could be in this bracket, but since they could not avoid this, they are in this bracket. So you have to choose, do you want to be here or do you want to be here? If you want to be here, reduce this. I'm telling you, reduce this, because this, okay, knowledge to attempt, complete knowledge to attempt, I'm telling you, most of these 30,000 aspirants will have the same knowledge. I'm telling you, most of them will have the same logic, same knowledge. Where is the difference? Here is the difference. One is elimination technique, one is negative marks. If you are able to increase the number of questions using elimination technique, and if you are going to reduce your marks by not attempting those difficult questions where the probability of you getting negative marks is high, then automatically you will be in this bracket. Okay, this is very important. Understand, this is very, very important. If you like this analysis, please do consider giving a like to this video. Also guys, I would like to tell you is that before we move forward, this is my Telegram channel. You can see here, Optimize IAS. You can search in Telegram, join this channel. Around 38,000 students are there. Please do join this channel. Okay, in the last 2 days before the prelims examination, I am going to give you lot of important topics and questions which can come in the exam. So let's start. So how to reduce negative marks? I have just told you the thinking process, the strategy. Now how to execute it. Okay, so you can see here, not reading the question carefully is one of the main reason. Not reading the question carefully to get negative marks. This is really very important. You know, most of the UPSC aspirant who get negative marks is they do not read the question carefully. Now let us read this question. Consider the following statements regarding Bharat Ratna and Padma awards. You can see they have given you three statements, and suppose you do not read the direction. Here you can see they have mentioned not correct, because see, we have a bias in our mind because we have solved so many questions where they will talk about how many of them are correct statements. So we have a bias. So what we will see, we will analyze this, and we'll mark it without reading that they are asking not correct. This is really very important. I'm telling you, many aspirants, they lose marks here. If you have attempted prelims before, or if you have attempted mock test, and if you have committed this mistake, please do share your story in the comment section. Let me know how many of you have done this mistake in your exam or in your mock test. This is one of the most common mistake. You can see here. Okay, most of the people, what they will do, here you can see in the question, in the top part, they have not mentioned anything. They have just written, consider the following statements. Okay, so our bias, we have a bias in our mind. We think that they are asking correct statement, but just before the answer they have mentioned it clearly, it is not correct statement. Okay, this is really very important. Note down, guys, such kind of questions will come again and again. Such kind of questions will come and you will make mistakes. Note down this case study. This case study is very, very important. Okay, now let us go to the next. Okay, so you can see here, not reading the question, okay, carefully, in that not reading all the options, and marking the question in the first option only. Generally this mistake will come when direct questions are there, A, B, C, D. Okay, direct question, simple question, but this is direct question. So what is our habit? Right to vote. So we are in a hurry, we will do what? We will mark the first, we'll mark the second, we'll mark the third. Okay, like we are in a hurry. So read all the options. The answer is constitutional right. But if we are in hurry, we can make this mistake. Okay, similarly, guys, here also you can see here. Okay, the term Levant is often heard, okay, in news. You can see here Eastern Mediterranean, and here you can see entire Mediterranean. Okay, many aspirants, I'm telling you, make mistake here because they are in hurry. Guys, remember, you don't have to catch any train. 2 hours is more than sufficient to attempt 100 questions in GS paper 1. GS paper 1, guys, I can tell you from my experience, 2 hours is more than sufficient. 2 hours is more than sufficient to read all 100 questions. Okay, I'm telling you, read all 100 questions. 2 hours is more than sufficient. And their options also. Question reading means option reading also. Only when you read all the options, then only mark it. Otherwise, you will make mistake. I'm telling you, out of 100 questions, if one question also you make this mistake, it is a great loss. Because you knew this question. Such question, you know the answer. But in a hurry, you are making this mistake. This is dangerous. This is really dangerous. And most aspirants, they do this. So please be not that aspirant. Okay, because I'm telling you, this gap which I told you, okay, 95 is the cutoff, so 15,000 student here, and this 90 to 95, 15,000 student here. If you don't want to be here, if you want to be here, you have to reduce such mistakes. I'm telling you, both these students, okay, they have the same knowledge, but just because they avoid these mistakes, they land up in the prelims qualifying list, and you land up in the next attempt list. Okay, so remember, this is a very, very hard fact. Okay, I'm being harsh, but this is the truth. You have to learn this. Many aspirants will just ignore this. Okay, I know this. They take it very lightly. But this is one of the most important lectures you are going to watch, because just before the exam, okay, revise this video multiple times. I'm telling you, it will save even 2 or 3 marks That is what is going to differentiate between this and this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, you can see, do not mark without reading all the options. You can see one more question here. Read this question. You will understand why I am saying do not mark without reading all the questions. You can see here, what is the position of right to property? Okay, so many people, what they do, they read only the first option, they do not read the three options. This is really very important. You have to read all the options because all the options are very close. You can see this question, what was the exact constitutional status of India on 26th January? All are similar, very close. And if you are not very attentive, if you do not read all the options, I'm telling you 99% are the chances that you will make mistake here. These questions are easiest questions. These questions are very easy questions. But if you are in hurry, guys, you will get buried inside the exam hall. Why? Because these mistakes, there is no pardon. Okay, if you make this mistake, then you don't have to blame anyone. You are to be blamed why you are struggling to crack the prelims examination. I'm telling you. Many aspirants, they are themselves to be blamed because two things. They are not learning the elimination techniques first, and second thing, they are not learning how to attempt the paper. This is about how to attempt the paper. These two things are very important. Everyone is spending all their money, all their investment, all their energy in accumulation of knowledge. They are joining coaching institutes, they are joining classes, they are buying books, but very few aspirants, they are strategizing. I'm telling you guys, any war, more than the strength what you have, more than the strength what you have, what matters is what is your strategy, what is your plan of execution, because right planning can give you edge over your enemy. Okay, I'm telling you, this is very important. So spend some time on strategizing, spend some time how you are going to execute that 2 hours. This is very important. You know guys, you must have seen many Olympic runners, okay, where before they start the kind of race, they can see themselves winning the race. Okay, so before you go to the exam, you can just close your eyes and you know how I'm going to attempt the 100 questions. You should have a plan. Okay, if you want to make me that video, how to execute that 2 hours, which are the questions, how to behave in the first hour, how to behave in the next hour, how to behave 15 minutes before the exam, I will make a video guys. I'm telling you, all these techniques have helped me to score very high scores. Okay, very few people in the country have scored like me. Okay, so this is very, very important. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, not knowing elimination technique, this is one of the biggest reason why people get, okay, not the cutoff. Because I told you, knowledge, around 30,000 students have the same knowledge. Then what differentiates them? Elimination technique and negatives. So knowing elimination technique is very important. You can see this question. Such questions, guys, I'm telling you, there is no knowledge. This is just pure elimination. All these elimination technique I have taught in my PYQ mastery classes. You can watch them, you can revise them. Okay. Again, you can see this question. This is a difficult question. I'm telling you. Whatever books you read, for average aspirant, this is a very difficult question if you do not apply elimination. If you apply elimination, it's very easy. You can see here. Statement 3 says what? Clay is not at all porous. Not at all porous is a key word, which is an extreme word. Whenever UPSC uses not at all, generally that statement is incorrect. Once you understand this statement 3 is incorrect, you can automatically get the answer. These are the tricks. If you don't learn these tricks, I'm telling you, you will struggle to crack the prelims examination. I know many, you must have seen many toppers. They got very good ranks in their 5th attempt, in their 4th attempt. In the first 2 attempts, they did not even crack prelims. Why? Because first 2 attempts, they focused only on knowledge. They didn't focus on these strategies. They didn't focus on how to reduce negatives, and they lost their previous attempt. Guys, anyone who is starting their preparation for 2027, I am running a batch for prelims 2027. Guys, this is a unique opportunity to get guided by someone who has cracked 6 out of 6 prelims. This is a very unique opportunity. Very few places in the country you will get such kind of mentorship. In this mentorship, I am giving you daily 10 most important predicted questions by linking the current affairs with the PYQs. If you solve these 10 questions throughout the year, no force on earth can stop you from qualifying the prelims examination. Also guys, in this course I'm giving you access to my PYQ mastery classes. Guys, in my PYQ mastery classes there are more than 200 videos where I have analyzed the PYQs. This can really transform your UPSC score like anything. So knowledge, and more than knowledge, strategy. So I'm giving you in this both the knowledge part, which is the question part, and the strategy part. So please do join and share this initiative with every UPSC aspirant who is going for 2027 prelims examination. So let's proceed to the next next thing. Okay, so not knowing the elimination technique is very important. Let us see this question. Everyone read this question. You see, such questions, particularly in science and tech, these are factual questions. Solving such factual questions only on knowledge, it becomes challenging inside the exam hall. Okay, but if you have gone through my techniques, I have taught you, whenever in science and tech question they are using facts, you can eliminate it. Whenever they will use only country, okay, whenever they will use such kind of words, only country, okay, you can see only country, this is also incorrect. Now see this question. Okay, again science and tech question, polyethylene tetrafillet. Okay, now if you see these statements, you can see here, okay, containers made of it can be used to store any beverage. You can eliminate that. Once you eliminate that, two options gone. Okay, now let us read statement 4. Articles made of it can be easily disposed by incineration without causing greenhouse gases. Imagine guys, anything which is okay related to polyethylene tetrafillet. Okay, so it's kind of a okay chemical. How guys they can be without causing greenhouse effect? So this is incorrect. So 2 and 4 is incorrect. So 4 is also incorrect. So 1 and 3 is the correct answer. 1 and 3 is the correct answer. You see, these techniques I'm telling you are very, very important. This is what you have to develop in the next few days. How to think inside the exam hall. If you are playing only on the basis of your knowledge, let me tell you, you will struggle to crack the prelims examination. You will always struggle to crack the prelims examination. This is very, very important. Okay. Now let's move on to the next slide. Okay. So now you see here. Okay. Don't apply optional elimination in haste. Okay. This is very important. So many aspirants, what they do, they have learned some techniques from YouTube. They have just watched 2 or 3 videos. That is why I say, if you want to learn elimination technique, go for the entire techniques. In my PYQ mastery classes, scientifically I have taught all the techniques at one places. But what mistake people will do, they will watch 1 or 2 techniques and they will apply the elimination technique. So let us see this question guys. Many people will solve this question incorrectly if they blindly follow elimination technique. Because elimination technique says what? That facts are incorrect. So you can see here, WHO air quality guidelines consider the following statements. So first statement says 24-hour mean PM 2.5 should not exceed, okay, you can see here something data they have given, and 2.5 particulate matter should not exceed this. Okay, now this is a factual statement. Many people will say this is a factual statement, so they will just eliminate this and they will mark this blindly. Then they will get incorrect because this is not correct answer. This is not correct answer. This can okay lead to you negative marks. So do not blindly eliminate options. Do not blindly follow these techniques. You have to apply elimination techniques in all of the options. Okay, so if we read statement 2, in a year the highest level of ozone pollution occurred during the periods of inclement weather. Okay, highest level. So highest is also an extreme word. So this also can be eliminated. Okay, now you can see PM10 can penetrate lung and enter bloodstream. Excessive ozone can trigger asthma. Can trigger. So option 4 is correct. So if you see, this is not having option 4. So if you do not know exactly how to apply elimination technique, you will get trapped here. Okay, so before eliminating options, okay, you need to go through all the techniques. I have taught you how to eliminate this options like how to use elimination technique in this question. I have taught you in my PYQ mastery classes. Okay, blindly if you just go and read first statement and you mark, you will get incorrect. Keep this in mind. Okay, next. Okay, next is two option trap. This is the biggest trap. Many aspirants what will say, sir, I'm able to eliminate two options, but I'm lost with two options. Next two options I'm lost with, and that is why I make many negatives. Okay, so do not mark some questions even in the two option. Means, let us see this question. Consider the following water bodies. Okay, they have given 3 lakes and they've asked how many of them pass through equator. Okay, now suppose you know this, you know one, but you do not know 2 and 3. So here, do not make the mistake of taking the risk, because here if you take the risk in such questions are what? Factual questions. Okay, you will get negatives, high chances. So you should know that in map based questions, in factual questions, even if there is 2 negatives, do not take the risk. Always take the risk where, okay, some kind of word play is there, some kind of elimination technique is there. Blindly do not follow the elimination techniques everywhere. Blindly do not take the blind guesses. Okay, so this is again very important. You can see this question also. In such question, guys, it is difficult to play the 2 question or 2 option trap. Okay, this is very important. Next, avoid blind guesses. Many aspirants, what they do, they take blind guess. Okay, why did you attempt this? Sir, I did not know that question, but the option looked beautiful, so I marked it. Don't take blind guess, guys, I'm telling you. Again and again, remember, there is 3 bucket. Okay, there is 3 bucket. This bucket, which is the avoid bucket, be very careful which questions you have to avoid. If you don't know anything about this Dhanya Kataka, you have not heard about it. Suppose you have not heard about it, you have not read it. It may be ancient, medieval, art and culture, guys. Very few aspirants, they have complete knowledge. And in this section only, UPSC surprises you. UPSC surprises you with lot of factual questions. Do not make this mistake of attempting these questions, guys. Do not take the blind guess. If you don't know, leave it. Again, you see these 2 questions. If you don't know, just leave it, guys. Okay, although I'm not saying that these questions are tough. This is directly from the NCERT, Korkai, Pumpuhar, Murichi, okay, port cities. This is directly from NCERT. But suppose you don't know, you have not read it. So here you can't eliminate. Here you can't apply common sense. Here it is difficult to eliminate. Similarly, you can see this question, kingdoms of the 8th century. If you have not read it, you have not read it. Accept it. The problem is most of you are not able to accept your mistake. And that's the reason you miss the prelims examination. Guys, this is the number of my team. You can contact me if you want. Okay, it's the important topic list before the exam. Okay, you can contact me. Okay, so guys, I was telling you now that I am giving you 10 questions for the prelims 2027. So if you want my guidance for 2027, you can attempt these 10 questions. Okay, this is Laksh 2027. This is my prelims mentorship for 2027. Please do share this with all the aspirants. Okay, if you solve these 10 questions throughout the year, I can tell you all these are predicted questions for next year. These are very, very useful. Okay, now again, blind guesses. I have brought all the questions. You can see this IR question, IR map based questions. In map based questions now, which are direct questions, they'll give you one paragraph and they'll tell you A, B, C, D. Don't take guess, I'm telling you. You will get negatives. Border questions, yes, here you can apply some logic. Which I will, if you want, I can make a video for such question where they are giving 6 or 7 options how to attempt them. If you want, I can make this. But in such kind of questions, do not attempt, guys. You will make mistake. I'm telling you, you will make mistake. Okay. Next, avoid blind guessing. Okay, so this again one question. Species, they have given you something and they'll be asking you what are the answers. Okay, do not attempt these questions. Okay, now this is very unique. This is very tough. Very important. This is very important, guys. Many aspirants, what they do is they apply elimination technique blindly and incorrectly. Okay, So remember guys, elimination technique will only work where you have some universal knowledge. Means universal knowledge means common knowledge. Not universal is not the right word, common knowledge. If you say no, I will not apply any knowledge, I will only work on elimination, then guys you are ready to face some shock inside the exam hall or after the exam hall. You can see this question guys, this question was on turmeric. Consider the following regarding turmeric during the year 2022-2023. India is the largest producer and exporter of turmeric in the world. So many people what they will say, largest is incorrect, they will mark it incorrect. That is a big mistake. Similarly, see this question. Consider the following statements regarding Venezuela. Here you can see Venezuela has the largest oil reserves. They'll mark it incorrect. This is the biggest mistake you are making. Guys, every year there are some facts you need to prepare where the superlatives like largest, smallest can be correct also. And these are related to the most famous topics of that year. If you see, this turmeric was the most favorite topic in 2024. In 2024, the entire year, turmeric was going through. Every year, budget, turmeric, everywhere, economic survey, turmeric, everywhere, turmeric. So such things you should know. Similarly, Venezuela, it is there in news for last 1 or 2, 3 years. So such kind of knowledge, which is a common knowledge, every day you are coming across this in newspapers, in this. So if here also you don't know and you blindly apply this, then guys you are going to be shocked after the exam because you are going to get negatives. So be very careful. If you want me to make a video on all such cases where the largest, the smallest can be true for 2026 prelims examination, which are those topics, let me know. I am going to make a video on that most probably tomorrow. This is a very important because here many people will lose marks because they will blindly apply it, and UPSC has learned this. They know that you are blindly applying it and they are framing such questions. Don't make that mistake. Okay, again this question you can see here. Same thing. This question also blindly don't apply. Here you can see statement 4 has enormously, but this statement 4 is correct. Guys, again I would like to tell you that my Telegram channel Optimize IAS, do join. One day before exam I am going to give you lot of important topic revision. This is going to be very, very useful. And also in my YouTube channel every night I am coming and I am going to help you revise things. So join my YouTube channel, also subscribe to it if you have not subscribed it. So these were some of the strategies how to basically avoid mistake. Another is OMR mistake. Don't be in a hurry to fill the OMR. This is another mistake. Many people make this mistake. OMR filling only they will make mistake. Don't make that mistake. Carefully fill the OMR. Okay. Some people they fill the OMR at the end of the exam. This is not right. Better is every page you solve and fill. Solve and fill. Solve and fill. So the strategy should be solve, fill, not maybe every single question, every 4 questions. Every page you solve, fill, solve, fill, solve, fill, solve, fill. So you will make less mistakes. But if you fill all the OMR at one time, many people do that. Don't make that mistake, guys. Many aspirants, they have missed the prelims because they did not have the time to fill the OMR. This also happens sometimes. This is really unfortunate and it's a tragedy. Okay, it should not happen to you. Next is time management. Guys, always keep track of the time. I don't know why, but some aspirants, they mismanage time. Some aspirants, they are not able to complete the paper within 2 hours. I don't know why, because I have always completed the paper half an hour before in all my 6 attempts. Particularly in last 2-3 attempts, I finished the paper half an hour before. Half an hour before, let me tell you frankly. But I don't know, maybe first timers or second timers, they are unable to manage the time and they skip some questions because of the time, lack of time. So keep track of time. You can divide this entire 2 hours into slots of 30 minutes and you can keep track how many questions you are attempting, how many questions you are reading. You can just make some calculations. It is going to help you. Okay, this is also very, very important. Okay. Now, this is the most important mistake people do here. This is the biggest thing. Last 15 minutes panic. You know, most aspirants, I'm telling you, they lose in the last 15 minutes. In last 15 minutes, there are two kinds of aspirants. One type of aspirants is they have become panicked. They're in the panic mode. And in panic mode, what will happen? They will attempt a lot of negatives. How many of you do this? Tell me honestly. How many of you do this panic mode? You are in the panic mode, you attempt everything. And all are wrong. It happens, I'm telling you, many aspirants, they do this. Last half an hour, whatever they attempted, it was wrong. Last half an hour, whatever they attempted, it was wrong. It happens for many of the aspirants. Why it happens is that you are in a hurry in the last 15 minutes. Okay, you are in a hurry and you make this mistake. So don't be this kind of student. Don't do this. Don't be in a panic in the last 15-20 minutes. Okay, this is very important. How to prevent this? If you want me, okay, I'm going to tell you a proper strategy how to execute these 2 hours, like what to do in the first hour, what to do in the second hour, what to do 10 minutes before the exam. Okay, proper strategy. I'll make a video on that. If you want, please do consider giving a like to this video and write in the comment, because each and every comment I read. I'm telling you, I read each and every comment, and as per that I decide what is the next video. So I'm going to make this video. This video is really very important, so keep this in mind. Okay, and the toppers, okay, last 15 minutes they are very calm. They are very calm and composed. Okay, so these were the mistakes which I have discussed. You can again take note of it. Failing to understand the exam 3 bucket strategy. Questions to be attempted with knowledge, questions to be attempted with elimination techniques, and questions to be avoided. Not reading the questions carefully, not reading the questions completely, not reading the options completely, incorrect application of elimination techniques, time mismanagement, OMR mistakes, 2 option trap, and the 15-minute panic. If you don't make these mistakes, guys, definitely you are going to clear the prelims examination. No one can stop you from clearing the prelims examination. Okay, guys, this is my prelims mentorship which I was talking about for 2027. Please do share with all the aspirants, particularly if you are from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala. Okay, this is a mentorship which is completely in English. This is one of the best prelims mentorship you have in the country. Here I predict questions. I will only give those questions which have high chance to come in the prelims examination. You can go and check my track record through my YouTube videos. You can go through my test questions also. You can go through and you can check how many questions I'm able to predict every year. So if you follow it throughout the year, you have a very good chance of cracking the prelims examination. Start early. This plan has already started. Okay, this plan has 2 parts. One is the current part and one is the static plan. So current part has already started. Okay, you are getting the daily 10 questions. The static plan is going to start from 1st of June. Okay, 1st of June. So next 1 week, okay, we are going to start with the static plan. So please do join before 1st of June if you really want to follow it throughout the year. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Take care and God bless you.